Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is actually going to be my review for American Horror Story Hotel. This is episode 4. Pardon me. So was a weird episode. It was kind of strange. We opened up with Richard Ramirez. Actually, is who it is. The serial killer. Actually coming to the hotel. Um, he goes to the front desk. The bald-headed drag queen basically tells him, there's Mr. Marsh has actually left you some little trinkets on the pillow upstairs or whatever. And by trinkets, he actually meant a couple. Okay, so he goes and he does things the way that he did things, his style of things. He climbed through the window and all of this, and went in there and killed these people. Well, he actually went in and he took uh, the light, the lamp, and bashed the damn man's head in, and then went to choking the woman with the cord. She runs out. He follows her down the hall. Mr. Marsh is down the end of the hall. And he's like, Ricky, hey, good to see you. Come on in. Come on and finish her off. Just crazy shit. So I said, oh, this is going to be interesting. So that's kind of how they started off. The whole thing was, in this episode, it's Devil's Night. So, it's the night before Thanksgiving. Lord have mercy. It's the night before Halloween. Mr. Marsh actually throws a party every year. It's a dinner party for the best serial killers. This was really problematic for me because I don't really care for the whole serial killer thing. It makes me very uneasy. I guess you said it scares me. I guess I don't know. It's just not my thing. People just off killing people is just too much realism for me. But anyway, I thought it was very, very creepy. But of course, I sat through it and I watched it. So he has this whole thing. It starts off with John Lowe has actually at the bar messed around and met Eileen Warlow, the serial killer. They killed the 7 men. That was the hooker. And that was basically just to get his attention. He thought that it was a costume. That was just to get his attention. She messed around and had a drink. So he's not supposed to be drinking. He drank. So that was that. That had him all thrown off. He ended up getting an actual invitation to this party. And at that party, we had John Gacy, Jeffrey Dahmer, Richard Ramirez, the Zodiac Killer, and Eileen Warlows. And John Patrick Marsh was at the party. I have to say, the woman who played Eileen, flawless. And the person that played Jeffrey Dahmer, flawless. He was he was everything of Jeffrey Dahmer. It was so fucking creepy. It really, really was. But they went through this whole party and they got some little queen that came in, and Jeffrey fucked with her brain. It was just a mess. That was all a mess. It was very creepy to me. It made me very uneasy. And yeah, they scared me for the first time. It just was creepy. It was kind of the same way I feel about that goddamn clown. Remember when the clown was in the other one? I couldn't stand that damn clown. That clown got on my damn nerves. And the thing is, I'm not afraid of clowns, but that clown was horrible. And these serial killers got on my damn nerves. Anyway, excuse me. Okay, so beyond that shit, we also had we got the background story on Mrs. Evers. So we go back, Los Angeles, 1925. Mrs. Evers, she told John Lowe, she ran into John Lowe, in the beginning of the episode, but in the very, very beginning, we had the Richard Ramirez thing. Then we see John Lowe. He's talking on the phone to his daughter, Scarlett, and she's at the grandmother's, and she says she doesn't want to come to the hotel. And I'm like, thank God. She wanted to stay with the grandmother. So that was cool. So she stayed over with the grandmother. The grandmother was teaching her how to cook and all this, kind of carrying on. So he's sitting on the phone with her. He's looking at her, and the fucking water's blood coming down the wall. So he goes to the room upstairs. That's where Miss Evers is. She's in there, and for whatever reason, she can't get these stains. She's always into these stains and cleaning this stain. She couldn't get the stain out of the blanket, out of these sheets. And then that's when she started telling her story. Los Angeles, 1925. Same thing. She told John, I always knew you and I were kindred spirits. Her son was accosted. Her son was kidnapped. It was Halloween, and she had made him a little costume, and she's standing there. She's bumping her gums, talking to this lady, and her son gets snatched into a car in 1925. And he was actually taken away to a chicken coop by the chicken coop murder. It was just this whole chicken coop murder thing. This man was accosting these children, and then he killed the children, and he was outside of the city. He had a ranch or whatever, and he killed the children. So she said that she never really knew what actually happened to her son, because all they had of her son was the costume, which was just it was a blanket, just a sheet, a ghost. She made a ghost with, blanket and cut the holes in it. And that's what they were fussing, because he wanted to be something else, and she didn't take the time. So she just always felt guilty about the fact that she didn't make him a proper costume, that she just kind of threw that together. And then that's all she ended up with him. It was kind of sad. But anyway, like I said, so she told John Lowe, I knew we were kindred spirits. And again, she tempted him with the alcohol. She said, let's have a sherry? And he's like, no, I don't want one. But then eventually at the end, later on, he ended up having a drink. And once he had to drink, all the shit started going on. That's when he ended up going to the party. Now, again, there's something strange going on. I don't know if John Marsh is just aggravating him with this invitation to the party, or are they leading to tell us that John Lowe there's something going on with John Lowe as far as serial killing goes. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. Anyway, let's move on from that. And that Mrs. Evers is crazy. She went from her grief, because she's very grief-stricken about it. She said every year it happens, every year. And that's what John was telling her, especially around the anniversary of the child being snatched. So they were kindred spirits. They both blamed themselves and all that. So, Mrs. Lowe has brought her ass. Remember, she was at the hotel at the end of the last episode. She done brought Holden home. So Gaga actually let her out of the hotel. She took Holden home, did an exam on him, and see that his body, his temperature was he was like 75. And she's asking him questions and everything. And he's told her he was thirsty. She said, let me go get you something. She goes to get him some juice. She gets apple and orange juice. She comes back. And again, see, that was strange to me. A child that's been gone for years, and now you done took him, and then you leave him alone again. But anyway, and he had seen the dog. The dog kept barking at him. She said, well, he doesn't know you. This, that, thing, and the other. She comes back, and she drops the glasses, and she looks over baby. Holden done fucked the dog up, honey. He done bit the dog in the neck, killed the dog, done sucked the dog dry. So I'm like, oh my God. And then he told her, he said, I don't feel well. And he said, I want my mommy. And she's like, I am your mommy. He's like, no, my other mommy. She takes him back to the hotel. Return to sender, honey. And this motherfucker's biting dogs and sucking them dry, and he took it right on back. Took her back to the hotel. He literally led her right on down to the thing and took his ass and got his ass back in his little coffin and laid down. And that's when she ended up running in the Gaga contest. And she said, I know you have such questions, and I have the answers for you. So, Gaga had this bad suit on. But anyway, so they get to talking and carrying on. She pulls a gun on Gaga. She's saying, you tell me what's going on with my son. I can cure him, this, that, thing, and the other. She's doing the human thing. And she says, I will kill you. I will shoot and kill you. You keep playing these fucking games with me. You know what I mean? And so Gaga had told her, she offered to turn her, basically. She told her, about his affliction and the virus and all of that. And told her, I know that you love him. I can feel the draw and all of that. So I'm offering you eternal life with your one true love. She's like, I'm going to go get the police. She goes to leave. Baby, when I tell you Tristan cold cocked the fuck out of her and knocked her ass down. And Gaga told her, let her go. She said she's not going to tell the authorities because she's not going to risk losing her one love. So naturally, Gaga knows what she's doing. He left. She left. And she did come back. And the last that we seen of her, she literally was turned. She turned her. That's the last that we actually seen of them from this episode. So I don't know where this is actually going. What the hell about Scarlett? You know what I mean? It's like the hell with Scarlett. But again, remember, she had said the only thing she ever really loved in her life was Holden. So I guess that's true. Anyway, so the last thing that we actually run into is that motherfucking high-ass goddamn Sally. At the end of the dinner party that Mr. Marsh was having, they brought a sacrifice for all of them to basically to kill somebody to kill. Sally's the one that lured the guy. Met him in the front of the hotel, lured him in the hotel, brought him in, and they all killed him. Some old bullshit. Sally then ends up, because John, and that was the other thing. That's the way they got John Lowe to actually stay there, handcuffed with your chair. So he was literally there to watch the whole party. And he naturally felt like he wanted to help the guy and all that. And he's like kind of going off at the point when they start killing the guy and he really couldn't help him. And Sally ends up getting John. This was a bad thing because he then gave into the drinking and all that. And then Sally's like, come on, you have to trust me. This, that, thing, and the other. And John actually gave in. So now he kind of put some trust into Sally. And he's like, last time you left me. Last time I looked up and you were gone. And she's like, no. I'm not going to leave you. Trust me. So something with Sally and that addiction. She done got in. So I think things are getting ready to spin really, really out of control for John Lowe. So it'll be very interesting to see what actually happens. This episode, again, it was kind of, I'm going to have to say it wasn't my favorite. It wasn't my favorite, and a lot because it made me uneasy. And again, it was kind of like they just really... I'm going to tell you what it reminded me of. It reminded me of all of you all that actually watch American Horror Story. It reminded me of the episode from Freak Show when we actually got to know, what was the man's name? Drake? I swear his name was kind of like Will Drake too or whatever, but he was that spirit with the green fog that actually came over at Halloween, on Halloween night. That's what that episode reminded me of when we got his background story. So it was kind of just all about Halloween. So it was like a episode that was really dedicated to just Halloween. It was kind of like sort of like a filler episode. It was really all about just this, and they sprinkled a couple things in. But I think they really focused on the whole Halloween and Devil's Night thing. And so it really didn't give me all that we get. You know how we have so much confusion and so much plot building. There wasn't a whole lot of plot building in this one. It was more so about that dinner party is what they had focused on. And then the episode only ran a little over an hour this time. It didn't run a whole hour and a half. So I have to say it wasn't my favorite episode. It was creepy. It was weird. Didn't give me everything I needed, but I still love it. I love the show, and I'm here. I'm still here for it. So that's basically it. Short one this time. This is my review for episode 4 of American Horror Story Hotel. And if I missed anything, put it down in the comments by all means. Let me know that I missed something, but I don't think I did. Wasn't a whole lot going on. All right, y'all. Thumbs up, thumbs down. You guys know how that works. I will talk with you guys later. See you next week. Bye.